just out from Waukee, Wisconsin, 2001 Ram called Ram Tough. Then there's those down people start. Let's get the party started. How can he handle it? Started wide. What goes into the beer, rock and roll, buddy.
Welcome everybody to Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Jason Schultz here with me. Wow, I'm talking in third person, Elsie. That's a good start to the show.
Hey.
How are you, buddy?
Yep. Hey, how are you?
Are you tired?
Yes, I am. It was a long weekend.
If you live under a rock, you don't realize that the Pulling for Hope event in Baraboo, Wisconsin at the Sauk County Fairgrounds was a gigantic success. Again, this past Saturday night. If you're unfamiliar with this event, all the pullers, and Greg will get into all of this, but all the pullers pull for free. All their prize money gets donated back to the American Family Children's Hospital pull. And I know there was, I wasn't there. I was in Canada. I actually went to a pull in Manitoba, Canada Saturday night on my way home from our fishing trip with our family. But I was watching old Facebook and keeping up with everything. We had some, obviously we were selling the new Badger State hoodies and t-shirts there as well. Just what a weekend, Greg. What a weekend. Just take over, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, it all really started out with the, I really think the highlight was the Calcutta auction. I really do. We had some people.
What class did you do, Greg?
We did the pro stocks.
Okay. So a Calcutta, Greg, not everybody knows what a Calcutta is because I didn't know what a Calcutta was until I got involved with Badger State. Can you kind of give us the 30-second rundown so people know what that is?
Well, we put 6 tractors. We had 6 pro stocks there Friday night or Saturday night, and we put them out in the track, and you get to bid on which one you think is going to win. You know, and the first tractor went for $15,000, and I knew that was setting a precedent right there. You know, and we had some good people step up to the, block and really, did a lot of good jobs. And I want to thank them guys. Chris Feller, Sussex Machine, Sally Hartung. I really think she's part of the Hartung Farms, and they also sponsor the pull. Hartung Farms do. I don't know Sally, but I think that's where she's from. Deppy Enterprises, Scott Zerzo from Gavin Brothers, Tom Holtz from Holtz Farms, and Matt Gronskowski from Viking Village and Baraboo all stepped up, and really the total Calcutta pot was $54,600.
Wow.
If you'd have picked Sally Hartung bought Craig Ladwig's tractor and he won, and she would have gotten half of that pot if she would have chose to take it, but she left it there.
Wow.
That was great. That was a great start to the thing, and the stands were pretty full. The pit area was packed. And it cost more to get into the pit area, and people didn't care. They went in and never complained about a thing. Everybody paid it. We had the family there giving their story, and you could have heard a pin drop again. Well, that story, there's 3,000 people there, and you can hear a cell phone ring in the stands if it rings. While these people tell their stories, everybody sits there and respects it. The pullers all sit there, respect it, or quiet. It's really a good thing.
Yeah, it's like church when the old lady's phone goes off in church and she's fumbling and it's the old flip phone.
Yep. Trying to shut it up. Yeah. Yep. And then getting back to the pull, Randy Brew and Deppy's, they built a track that was really a really good track. For as dry as it is, it was hard to get done. Pat Hack helped them. That was a track. It was a good track, and everybody said it took power and a lot of front end weight. So you have a good one then.
Yeah.
That
whole facility, Greg's, came a long ways. I really feel like the Sauk County Fairgrounds, Surzel and the guys. I don't really know anybody else on the fair board other than Scott, but we know with the double tracks and everything they've done to that facility to really honestly facilitate this type of a venue. It's also good for their fair, which I know is in a couple weeks as well. So it's been good for everybody.
It has been. And I don't know the number of hooks, but it was well over 100 hooks we ran.
Yeah.
And we were done. We started at 6 and we were done at, between 10 and 10:30, I would say, and
awesome.
100% of the money is going there, and we've got other sponsors that sponsor the pull. I don't have them in front of me right now, but they're all great. I know the title sponsor is Middleton Machine with Mike Everson. So that's and I can't remember. If I start the rest of them, I'll miss somebody and I'll be mad.
No, I understand. I understand completely.
Yeah,
but it really is. What a way to kick off the season, and the weather was just perfect. And because I know Farley got rained out, and then Ellsworth got rained out, and you guys were able to get your pull in on Saturday night. That's just awesome, Greg. Just awesome. So
I would like to get rain after the pull.
I was just gonna say, as a gigantic farmer and having pro stock parts to pay for, you're like, come on, rain. That's what the thing about rain. Yeah, everybody's bummed out. Like half of my team was out in Ravenna, Nebraska, and they were dry as all hell out there, Greg. But they just got poured on. So I mean, it's sometimes like you always joke about. You'll text me, hey Jason, can you schedule a tractor pull in Richland Center? We need some rain over in Sauk.
Yep.
Oh shoot.
Get after it, yeah.
But
no, it was a good event, and I don't know if you have some more videos, but there was a lot of good runs and good tractors.
Yeah.
Really, it was a super pull to watch. Things went fast. Josh was right on the money with sled settings all night long. He only missed one.
yours, he missed yours. I heard was what I heard.
Yeah. But it is what it is, right? Yeah. So it's tough. We've picked up a little bit since Louisville. And it was the first one he took this year, and it was a really good track. And I got a hold of something, and we took it for a ride. So it was fun. I had a lot of fun. It is what it is. That's part of pulling.
It is.
And there was only 6 tractors, so I couldn't really come back.
No.
So it was.
You didn't hurt anything. You didn't hurt anything, though, did you?
No.
Okay.
The filter was clean. Started up, drove on. Everything was good.
Okay, good.
I had a few sparks out of the top of the can because we were adjusting the clutch minutes before we went up there. We thought we had it in the shop, and it wasn't right. And my inspection plate was still off, so you had a few sparks escape.
Well, I just had heard there were some sparks, and you didn't come back. But I knew you wouldn't come back with only 6 in the class, especially first hook of the season.
Right.
Like that. But this is my favorite picture of the weekend. I think Brandon Johnson got this. That guy, I'm not sure who that is, but he's just looking. This has like a bajillion views on it this weekend. This looks like This looks like Nevin's old pro stock or a pro farm tractor.
Pro farm. It was a pro farm tractor. I can't remember whose it was. We had to watch and keep up with everything, So
I know. But I just look at his face. It's just like, really, you're going to take a picture of me, buddy, right now? Don't do that. So.
Right. Hey, that's it. Say it's life. Now you're famous. Got to do something famous, right?
Yep. Facebook famous. So
yeah. So
it's all good. Yeah. I can't think of a better way to start the season for you guys and the Badger State tractor pullers and everybody to get going. Did you any surprises like with vehicles it's neat to see Kurt Hazley's old truck pulling with Badgers. I know Doug Muller had it, and he only got it out a couple times last year. Couldn't get the bounce out of it. Oh, shoot. I'm struggling for names right now. Out of Illinois. I feel so bad. I know who this is. I just saw Stalls. Stalls bought it, and they named it Kurt, and they named it Kurt with a K. It's so funny because it's after Kurt Hazley, and I just think that's funny as hell, and they ended up getting the win. I think Troy drove it. Or what? Troy or Todd or Troy Richoff, one of their he's out of Rochelle, Illinois, I believe. One of their crew guys helps out with everything. So Vicky Schultz says this is Drew Otto up there on there. So yeah, that's just a great picture that we captured. But there's a whole bunch of stuff, and this was neat too. I kept seeing the Facebook posts pop up all day. You guys had Car Valley cheese curds, you had Sassy Cow Creamery. Talk about everything, Greg, from concessions to awesome truck and tractor pulling. And then Budweiser, Jeff Cass from Wisconsin Distributor stepped up, and I think sold these for a couple bucks, and all the money went back to the American Family Children's Hospital pull as well. So
we had he gave a couple hundred of them canned koozies, and I think they ended up selling them all for $2 a piece.
Yep.
And he gave us a pallet of beer, 50-30 packs, and $20 a ticket, and they raffled it off. And I don't remember who won it. And then Sean Boyd brought, I forget the name of the farm, brought some bison burgers, patties, and $100 bill for second place in that raffle. So everybody just kept bringing us stuff, and people just wrote checks and didn't even, just wrote checks to us. It was so cool. It was, I told everybody at the drivers meeting about the challenge from Missouri, and they said, we are not going to let them Missouri guys beat us. So, and I said, it doesn't start till next year, but let's set the bar high, they said. So, and we did. We will. We won't have our numbers in until December. You know how it works, Jason.
Yep, I do. And I know they'll try hard down there in Paris. Chad Richardson, those guys with their which children's hospital they benefit to down there. But I know they made a commitment. Chad called me a couple weeks ago, like a certain dollar amount. They're buying beds as well. But if you've never been to the Badger State Banquet, and when Lori Schultz gets up there and talks about the American Family Children's Hospital Pull and why we do what we do, you're missing out on it. It's something that's out of this world. Something out of this world. So.
It is. I always have to get up there and talk right after the family story.
That's unfair.
Yep. And it's terrible. I can't, because I've had tears in my eyes now. I get choked up just thinking about it right now. It's terrible. You think about, I have to catch myself from thinking about it too much. And I don't watch the video, and I can't turn around and watch these big, tough guys with beards and mustaches and all these guys that are just meaner than hell all summer long, and they're bawling their eyes out.
Yep. No, it's the truth. I agree 1,000,000% with you. So
yeah, it's one of the toughest things I do. Honestly, it is. And to see that and try, I can't look at them. I have to look up at the lights. Imagine them naked. Well, imagine them naked bawling.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's incredible. And it just, I guess, people talk about the pullers and their big hearts. It's just a great way, Greg, that people kind of come together with that. And that's a great showcase of it. It's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. So
yep, it has been. We've been doing this 23 years, I figured out.
That's crazy.
And we used to do it for the, St. Jude Children's Hospital. And then we kind of got approached by some people from, the American Family Children's Hospital. And then we ended up switching to them because honestly, when they were doing the family was out there talking, I was looking around and there was 3 kids I know and the few people standing out on the track that were in the Children's Hospital. And there's more in the pits, just in our club, So, and I imagine the stands, how many people were there. And he said, I'm doing this because my nephew was there. I'm doing this because my son was there or my daughter, and they come up and tell you, that's why I'm bidding on a tractor. I'm doing this. And they know when we raise that money, 100% of it and more goes to the Children's Hospital.
Yep. And that, not there's anything wrong with any charity at all, but sometimes, you talk about you'll hear rumors, this money goes to the CEO and into some marketing campaign. And that this money is going right into Madison to people, like you said, helping our local community. There wasn't one person there. I don't care out of the 3,000, Greg, there isn't one person there that doesn't know somebody who's had a child in American Family Children's Hospital Pull. There isn't. Right. I guarantee if you went through there, maybe everybody knows somebody kind of in that thing. And that's why it's awesome. I mean, and pullers do this, as nobody does this for money anyway, but right. You do, they give up everything. I mean, it's huge. And then by the time that Calcutta, I never knew what a Calcutta was until you guys did one years ago. Hell, I remember when Dennis Fry's dad, and that's a long time ago, when we did the light limited super stocks at the old Fireman's Park there. Is that what it was in Sauk where we used to do it?
Yep.
And
Night Park.
You ran up to me and said, I don't want to do this, Schultz. You just handed me a microphone, and I was like, okay, here we go. But I don't remember Dennis and Danny's dad's name, but he's okay. But it wasn't 15 grand, but it was like 5 or 10 grand. I remember a couple times. It was huge. And that Calcutta, that's real money.
The first time we did it, we raised $5,000 and we thought we knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
The point where if we don't get at least $100,000 a year, we're not happy with it. I'm happy. Well, even when it rained last year, by the time it was all said and done, we had $130,000.
And the fact that you guys were able to fight through the rain last year, that's with everybody. Because on Friday there was like an 80% chance of rain on Saturday. Because everybody's got the apps now on their phone, and then Saturday everybody wakes up and it's a 20% chance of rain. But the fact that you did fight through it and you did scrape the track and put that event on last year, I got a lot of text messages like, "Hey, is the poll still going to happen in Baraboo?" I'm like, yeah, that's right. Last year they just scraped the track and away they went. And I know that's not always possible, but if the rain can stop, it's funny the messages you get on social media from fans. What happens if it rains during the poll? We can't pull in the rain, guys. But if it's not raining during the poll, a lot of times, and the pits aren't completely trashed, we can make something happen like this to pull it off. And that's what makes it great. So
yeah, we always wanted, anywhere as we go, we do our best to make the pull happen. There's just sometimes it just can't happen.
Yep, been there. Richland Center is a great example of not happening.
We had the worst luck of anybody.
Multiple years in a row. Years in a row. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all good. God doesn't want me to have tractor pulls in Richland Center. It's all good. I respect that now. It's all good. But great video that Ryan Zolik put together. I saw, well, we got some videos out. Beer Money Pulling Team has some videos out. Jonah Hill's Productions got some videos out. Brandon Johnson's got some videos out on the Badger State page as well. So just, honestly, guys, just go to Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube and just type in Pulling for Hope or Badger State Tractor Pullers or anything like that, and you can see a lot of great videos of this event. So again, if you're just joining us, Greg Elstein, president of the Badger State Tractor Pullers. John Stranley's in Madison with his wife at the hospital. We're all praying for the Stranley family, as well as Kristen continues to have her ridiculously tough fight with cancer. I feel like it's been going on for over 10 years now, I feel like, for sure. And they continue just to fight. That she has to be the toughest woman in the world to keep fighting like she has been with this cancer deal. So shout out to her and her whole family. Normally John would be on with us every Monday night as well. But pulling season started, Greg. I feel like 3 or 4 months ago, it always goes so fast. I don't know if time just goes faster as we get older, Elstein, but I just believe how fast time's going these days.
It definitely does. You know how fast it goes. The whole pulling thing is gone, and I see kids that I see were born while we were at tractor pull, and now they're driving tractors, and some of them are getting married and have kids already. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It
really is.
Second year, I believe, or 31st year, something like that.
Yep. If anybody has any questions for Greg, please type them in the comments. We want to know what you thought of the pull Saturday night in Baraboo. And then we want to know if you're heading to Mackville this weekend. Mackville is one of the biggest pulls in the state of Wisconsin. It's up there in that northeast corner of the state of Wisconsin. Roger Baum and the whole church up there, St. Edward's Parish, amazing promoters. Mackville means a lot to me and Greg specifically because Greg is the reason we have Badger State and PPL into that event. I drug him up there, and we sat down at one of my Mexican restaurant years ago at Pancheros. We had a burrito, and I took you out to the meeting to meet Renee Grody and all those guys and talked about the importance of that event. And let me think here. Glenn Bartles really helped. He's a promoter in Oshkosh. And after you left the meeting that night, Greg, Renee and Roger and them called Glenn down in Oshkosh, because this had been obviously another associations pull for many, many years. And he really helped them turn the corner because the room was pretty split about staying with their current association and turning this into a Badger State event. And then that's right when PPL bought out ATPA, and they came in. Forrest Lucas threw some big money into some classes, and we were able to bring the big mods in and a couple big classes with some Badger State classes. And the freaking crowd that they get up there. And there's good pulling in northeast Wisconsin, but we're at 30 miles from Green Bay. You're right outside of Appleton, Oshkosh. There's hundreds of thousands of people up in that Fox River Valley, and they absolutely packed the stands Friday and Saturday. And then, and Roger and that whole team up there, Greg, as you know, they don't just do. The big pulls Friday night and Saturday night, but hell, they have garden tractor pulls and RC pulls and farm pulls Sunday. It's a legit celebration for 4 days. So
I love that pull up there. It's for me, it's like the rush is over from spring tillage planting to first crop hay to getting the benefit pull done, and all of a sudden you're there.
Yep.
You to sit around with some of your best friends you've made in pulling for the day and enjoy yourself, and you pull at night, and I've had a lot of people tell me that, so I really appreciate how that is run. They feed all the meals for the pullers, and they've got great cheeseburgers up there. I must eat 15 of them every time I'm there.
That's where you and I had our first marshmallow challenge, and you beat me with the marshmallows.
All right. Who just had a bigger mouth than you?
You were getting lippy about something, and somebody called me a big mouth, and you said, "Oh, I got a bigger mouth than Schultz." And yeah, we're going to do that again. We're going to put that on TikTok, Elsie. We need a viral video, you and I stuffing marshmallows in our mouth. So
at least 10, 15 years ago, right?
Oh, at least long time ago. So long time ago. But I got the Mackville poster right up there on the screen. Again, the big show is Friday night and Saturday night, and it's Champions Tour Pro Pulling League is the 4x4 mods. The Let me think. Is it the Unlimited Supers? There's Jeff Hurt's tractor on there. I know there's a couple Champions Tour classes. Yeah, Unlimited Super Stocks. And then there's some Silver Series as well, right? I know the Light Pros are Silver Series, right, Greg?
Yep, and I think that's the only time you're going to see those guys. The Foresters are coming up from Pennsylvania, and they're bringing a whole bunch of people with them because Roger works with them guys, and Rogers is building a Light Pro too, and I think he's making fast for all them guys for the Foresters, build cranks for them.
Yep. No, he's really tied into this, especially that Ford community. The Baums are. And Rogers and his entire the Baum family, Baum machine up there. Again, that's just a great event, you guys. If you haven't been to Macville, head that way if you can this weekend. It's a heck of a good pull.
I'm telling you, the beer tent and the bands they have in that beer tent on Friday and Saturday night are as good as you're going to see anywhere.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. They have a lot of games in there where you can win cases of beer, the kids all in there and have a great time.
Yep. Oh, it's good to see that they let the best Gallets driver drive the winning tractor Saturday night up there at in Baraboo. Kathy got the win up there. So Tom and they let Kathy out for the big events. You know what I'm saying, Greg? Maybe she should have drove it in Louisville. So
I hope they were watching her drive how she did that.
Yep.
My boy watch.
Oh no! If you don't know, we're just picking on the Tom Gallets because there is nobody more fun to pick on in the entire world than Tom Gallets. I love making him squirm. It's one of my favorite things to do. So
no, she made a beautiful pass there.
Yes, she did.
It was perfect. Right.
Somebody said, I feel we made more donations this year for the Children's Hospital. They're watching on one of the Facebook groups. We're live on 8 different pages in YouTube and Facebook right now, so not all the names come through, but I'll go check to see who made that. Colin Burkholtz, Light Pro Stocks. So this is the first time we'll get to see I don't know how many component Light Pro chassis Light Pros are out this year, but this will be the first time we're kind of mixing them together with PPL and Badger State. I know it's going to happen in Freeport. I talked to Jeff Becker this morning about promoting Freeport a little bit more. I think there's a few other. What would be probably Hillsboro? Are there Light Pros in Hillsboro, Greg?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I step away for 20 seconds, Jason? Yeah. I got food on the grill I have to flip.
Yep, no problem. So Greg's going to go flip he's either going to go take a leak or he's going to go flip the steaks. It doesn't matter. Kevin Shell says 150 half barrels a night. That must be up in Macville, I'm assuming. But the beer tent, you guys, is as long as it's like half the track on the one side. It's a great time. So, and like I said, there's really, I don't know if there's any other really gigantic big pulls up in that area with this level. I mean, when you bring in the Champions Tour, you're going to see Unlimited Supers like Jeff Hurt's running bear that you see there on the screen, as well as the, trying to think, as the 4x4 Pro Mod trucks will be up there as well. Are they bringing the big minis up there? Or are those the part of the Tri-County? I'll have to ask Greg when he comes back on that. And then they mix it up a couple, like one night's 4-1s, one night's Pro Stocks. Looks like Super Farms are Friday night. Pro Stocks are Saturday night. Limited Pros are Saturday night. The poll starts at 6 o'clock on Saturday and 7 o'clock on Friday. And pretty good to see all that. The mini rods, are those the Tri-County mini rods that are up there? Or is that okay.
Yes, they are.
Gotcha. So Pro Stock diesel trucks both nights. That's 3.6. Again, that's a really class is awesome with Badger State. They put the cut tires on now, probably 5 or 6 years ago now, and those guys are running mean. 2-wheel drive trucks. You saw Willie Deppie, an old school, get the win there Saturday night in Baraboo, his hometown pull. And then so that's Badger State. Then we go Unlimited Super Stock tractors. That's Champions Tour. Light Pro Stock. That's a Silver Series Badger State. 4x4 Pro Mod trucks. That is going to be a Champions Tour class. And then blown mini rods of Tri-County. And then Friday night only is Super Farm. And then Saturday nights only are the Badger State Pro Stocks and the Badger State 4-1. So it's good to see that again. So if you've been to Macville, please type it in the comments. If you're going to Macville for the first time, or I'll put all the comments up on the screen, questions, different things like that. If you got any questions for Greg, as this, as we're just getting rolling into the schedule here, it's going to be one heck of a good season. It's going to get going really, really fast now. Now it's like every single weekend. Craig Gladwig, you better be there picking up the first Badger State win of the year with the Never Given Up Fendt there. I showed that video a little bit ago. That tractor, Greg, I love your T8, but that Fendt is pretty sexy. I'm not going to lie.
It is. It was fun this winter before Louisville. Wildman shop and the different colors. I think we had 5 different colors in that shop that night, all going to Louisville.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And if we get, Mike Everson's waiting on a billet block. Chris Feller's kind of rough doing the machine work on it. And we knew we need to go down and we're going to do a show and show there. He's building 5 Perkins blocks and 3 3208 cat blocks. Billet, Chris is.
That's going to change the game.
It is. It is for them guys. I mean, they need it. They so.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We've all got them. The V8s are hard. They got to run a lot of RPMs to compensate because they don't make the torque of 6-cylinder does.
Right.
So it'll be fun to watch that.
Oh, for sure.
And show it on the video here and let people see what goes into making one of them.
Yeah. No, that'd be great. That'd be an amazing shop tour of all time. So
what I do is I can't be there for every step of it. So I'm going to ask Chris to video 2 minutes step that they're doing so we can make the show out of it. And then I'll go down there and kind of do a show ending of it. I'm hoping that's my plan.
Yep. And then this looks like a Zolik comment. For those that can't be there in person, it'll be the first PPL live stream on Flow Racing. So yeah, Flow Racing is a channel just dedicated to motorsports. And I think PPL has 8 events on the Flow Racing schedule this year. A couple of them are in Wisconsin. I'm sure Hillsboro's on here as well, but I know Macville's on there as well. So that's a great chance for those of you that can't be there. Head over to Flow Racing and watch this awesome event this Friday night and Saturday night as well. Craig Gladwig says hopefully Carl Kahn comes out.
Yep, that'd be great to have him out. Man, that would add color. And I know there's talk of another color tractor coming out in Badger State too. So
you're out of colors though, Greg. It's almost like the light limited super stock class now.
I think it's even better. I mean, with the color thing, with where things are going, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really, really cool.
Yep. So, but I don't know. Macville, and then we have Chopir the weekend. It's Toma weekend, kind of on top of them. I usually don't like to do that, but Trip Downing's got his pull.
Yep.
Down there, and he supports Badger State, and that's the weekend his hometown pull is, and he's one of our show sponsors here.
Yep.
And he makes every Badger State pull that he can, and he makes them all unless he's broke, and you have to support the local guys that support you. Stuff.
Well, and Toma's a big pull, but not everybody in the state of Wisconsin goes to Toma, and Northern Illinois can support this as well. So, the Chopir days, as I've heard about it for a long time, and then when these fans get to see Badger State, and they've had some smaller associations in there in the past that put on a good show, Greg, but when you bring in Badger State, that's taking it to the next level for them. You know what I mean? So
right, guys, there on Friday night, and I think the story I heard was happening is anybody that if they pull there both nights, they're going to keep track of total distance, kind of like they did at the Pulse Hour pull, and got an extra $1,000 from who's got the biggest distance in Super Farm.
Cool.
I think that. Don't hold me to it, but that's what I've heard is happening.
It's a good rumor to start. We might as well start it. There's a lot of people watching tonight, so if you want to start any rumors tonight, Greg, just let me know. This is the way to do it. So
make sure. Yeah, let's make sure it happens. That's pretty cool to watch that, and it as a puller, it's fun to do that.
Yeah,
something like that.
This is the Super Farm schedule that's up on the screen right now. Ryan Zolik puts all these together for every class, all the hooks. But Pulling for Hope, obviously, and then Chopir days this 2 weeks from, basically 2 weeks from Saturday it would be. Then Tobacco Showdown, Edgerton. So you're starting to get some more into that southern. We have a lot of pullers live in Northern Illinois. And a lot of fans come from Northern Illinois as well to come up and watch the Badger State pulls, Greg. So
we do have a lot of fans and pullers from Northern Illinois, and everybody, around. I've started people, them Illinois people about drivers around here say, no, that's Chicago. I know a lot of good people in Illinois. Just start saying Chicago, not Illinois.
I always say there's 2 parts. There's two Illinois. There's Chicago, then the rest of it. So
right. The good thing is, I believe in the history books. Wisconsin used to own Chicago, and we gave it back to Illinois.
Yeah.
If you look part of our state.
Here's the 2-wheel drive schedule for the season. Again, they'll be in Macville. Again, Macville's right outside of Appleton, guys. Easy drive from anywhere. All the roads lead up there. 4-lane roads. It's good to be careful when you go through Rosendale, though. If you're coming from the south, they like to pull you over in Rosendale just to ticket. So you got to be careful with that. But
Yep. And there's a lot more to do in Mackville next week. You like that the RC tractors they pull? It's actually pretty cool to go watch if you're standing around there to go do something. And I mean, Whalen, I think Baum kind of runs that a little bit.
yeah, he helps with the crew up there, Fox Valley RC pullers. I actually just got a miniature Remedy built. It's not quite done, but they were hoping to take it up there. But he kind of hangs out with that group. They're out of Fond du Lac, Greg. And I've gone up to a couple of their pulls, and it's I can't drive a big tractor or an RC tractor. I wreck everything I drive. So I actually got one built. Looks just like my Remedy 4.1. But I'm never going to drive it. I gave it to this kid, and I said, you just go try it. He's taking it to Bowling Green for me because I drove one once and drove it off the wood and jumped it up on the couch. And this guy's, it was a hoot. But Fox Valley RC pullers, you can look them up on Facebook. They do a really cool job there. So,
yeah. And they do a lot of other things too. They do that Dash for Cash with the kids that, if you got any up to 12 or 13 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
Groups 7, 8, 9, and 10 and above or something. And they throw $500 coins out there and halfway through the show. And let all the kids sit around the tarps, and they just attack that and fill it.
It's an awesome
do that because they aren't as aggressive as the older ones.
It'd be fun sometime to get a bunch of adults after the pull and throw about $5 worth of quarters out there and put a bunch of baby oil on it. I'm afraid somebody would get hurt. So
right, we'll start with you.
Yeah, there you go. Adam Stevens says, "Don't lump us in with Chicago." Laugh out loud. We're not, Adam. We're saying.
Yeah. No.
We're saying that. So.
No.
Did Blaine Stamp sell his pro stock?
Not yet. It's still waiting on parts. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because there's rumors that they sold it, and there's rumors it's not. You know how the pulling rumors are, but somebody was asking up here on the Facebook page. So
it was for sale. But I haven't heard anything lately. I know he's trailer and his Kubota. I think Jason Rowan bought them.
Okay.
And it's what I've heard. It's all secondhand.
Rumor. Yep. Adam Stevens says he still has it. Cool. So he's just waiting on parts.
Yep.
I'm just flipping through all the comments, questions up here as well. Adam says should be ready soon. So
good. Blaine's a great competitor. I like to see him out there and running. Yep. So
I'm just looking through the comments here, Greg. Give me a second.
All right.
I want to make sure I got everything up on the screen. How many classes did you have? Did you have 8 classes Saturday night, or did you have 10?
10, I believe.
So I know we just used to run one track and sock for this, and then we always had to be done by midnight, or we get in trouble with the locals. There's a noise ordinance, right? And then you said, I remember one year you said, "Man, Jason, we just can't have every class because it's just too much." And then I know we started breaking it up,
right?
And then moved it to Baraboo. What has it been? 4 years now in Baraboo?
This was the third year.
Okay.
We moved it up there during COVID. I can tell the story because I was going to have it, and I emailed somebody on the school, and they decided everybody was all ready to have it. Somebody from the school said, "No, I don't think we should have it here because it could be a super spreader." So I was just done with that crap. So
yep.
Yeah.
What are you having for supper, Greg?
Bacon wrapped chicken breast.
Bacon wrap. Ooh, that sounds really good. I could be to your house in about 45 minutes. So.
And shrimp.
Wow.
I want to make sure I didn't burn that. So we got to go check.
I understand.
I've got somebody out there. We're good.
You're good. I like it.
Yep.
I like it a lot. If anybody has any other questions, I'm going to wrap up here with Greg in about the next 5 minutes or so. If you have any questions, comments about the Badger State season, about Baraboo, about Mackville, anything like that, please let us know. Again, the Big Mackville dates are June 16th and 17th, Friday night and Saturday night. But there's stuff going on Thursday night. There's stuff going on Sunday as well, because you see that June 15th through the 18th. I think it's MackvilleNationals.com is the website. In fact, I'll go look for that right now.
Even after the poll, they have the best bands you're ever going to hear in a beer tent anywhere there. It's so much fun to hang out there on Friday, Saturday night. It's crazy.
Yeah, here it is, MackvilleNationals.com. I'll throw this in into the comments here for all of you. So you click on there and go, there's that's their big beer tent back there that Greg was talking about, that yellow right behind my face.
Yep, it's
2 tracks, huge crowds both nights. Just a hoot. One heck of a good pull. All the proceeds, that's the big church. That church back there has all been paid for by this pull. It's, the school, they get it. It's a gigantic fundraiser for the church, and they do an awesome job.
And the support from the community up there is crazy.
Yeah.
And the people that come around there, and if the weather's good, it knocks it out of the park.
Yep. Again, we're on the Mackville Nationals website, MackvilleNationals.com. Again, it's in the comments, but that's playing behind Greg and I right now to do that. So did Molitor, who were the 6 pro stocks that were there Saturday night in Baraboo? I haven't had a chance to look at all the results yet, Greg.
Well, it was Craig Ladwig, Brinkmeyer's, Molitor, Wildman's, and there's
Molitor.
6.
No, you?
I said myself.
Yep.
Ladwig. Oh, Randy Brew.
Randy Brew. Tool times 2.
Yep. The track build. Yep. And he did a really good job. I know he doesn't watch this because he's got a flip phone, so I can talk about him. He'll never hear about it. So, but he did a good job building the track. Him and Tim Deppie and Willie actually and Pat did a great job building it. So, and it's hard. It's an art to do that, And they had Gasser Brothers come in with a great big grader with laser on it, and rolled it back and forth and mixed it all in, and it turned out to be a good track. Very good track.
Nice. Love it, love it, love it.
Yep.
Well, I don't have much else, Greg. Can you think of much else we need to cover tonight?
Nope, I think we're good. I just want to thank Matt Castor, Trip Downing, Don Slama, and Ed Castor.
Uh-oh, Greg's
Josh Wolfgold's trying to call me right there.
Okay. I was like, maybe I thought maybe something happened on the grill again. We lost you for a second.
Nope. But I want to thank them guys for stepping up and helping us with the show here. That as sponsors, that is great. And we'll, you know what it costs to drive around and do this stuff and the time it takes, and
it's insane.
It's crazy insane, but it's fun. You enjoy the guys you're interviewing, and I've had fun. I've really had fun. In the winter, we're going to do more of that. We still have one in the can yet, Chuck Gettenberg, I think.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, that's what Chandler said. So.
Yep. We got to get his done, and I think it'd be a great update thing to do with them blocks and watch how they're made.
Yeah.
And have Chris just talk. If I'm not there, I think Chris could just talk us through it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Grand Union County Fair Band Friday night, and Ask Your Mother, very good rock band Saturday night, or the band's up there. That's cool. So
ask your mother. That'd be a cool T-shirt to have, Greg. I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah, that's a great name for a band. Ask Your Mother.
Yep. There's a coffee shop in Baraboo called Nautilus Coffee Company or something like that. I went there after a closing, and they had T-shirts in there, "Coffee hotter than your mom" or something like that. It was funny. Man, it's a good thing. It's a good thing they don't let you and I design the sayings on the Badger State T-shirts. They'd be funny, but I only think about 5% of the people would buy them, so it's all good.
Right. Well, I want to thank your crew for selling our shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to remind everybody that at the polls, you guys think you'll have probably more than half our polls. You'll have your trailer there, and you'll have our Badger State merchandise will be in your trailer.
Yep. So we teamed up with Badger State this year, and whenever you see the Beer Money trailer at a Badger State event, you're going to see Badger State hoodies, T-shirts, and hats in there. And over half the sales was just Badger State stuff. And if you haven't seen the new designs, they look great. And then you can order online as well. Go to beermoneypullingteam.com. Click on Beer Money Gear, and then we ship out orders as well. It will not be in Mackville, the trailer this weekend. We can get the schedule published as well. And I honestly don't know the next Badger State event it'll be at. Doug and Hope handle all that stuff, Greg. But we moved a lot of product. It was fun to see that. And I think it must have got a little chilly Saturday night because all of a sudden, about 8:30, all the sweatshirt sales start ding, 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 because I get a notification every time there was a sale. And hoodies outsold the T-shirts like 2 to 1. So
they do. I when it is cool like that, we do sell a lot of hoodies and stuff. And hats, everybody wants a hat, which is
they're cool hats.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Gallants, they love the new shirts because they're tractors on it. It's got what? Their shirt, the Kloss Pro. Well, heck, I can just go find a picture of it. Give me a second here, quick. We got a couple minutes left.
Yep.
But it's fun, and I think we're going to move a lot of having the trailer at the events and then having it online. I think we're going to move a lot of product, Greg, with the Badger State logos on it and stuff. So.
Yeah, it's Funk's truck is on it, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. You're the champion from last year.
Yep.
I know it's on here because we posted it.
We had to mix it up a little bit. You couldn't put 2 red tractors on it, so it was, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we mixed it up a little bit, but people buy them anyway. They're cool.
Yeah, here's the picture I'm bringing up right now. So don't worry if you haven't got one yet. We'll get more inventory printed. So.
Yep.
But that's kind of what it looks like there. The bottom underneath to the. I'm trying to get that just quite right. Here, I'll just do this.
Yep.
Hold on a second. That's not the one I want. That's not the one I want.
Do you want me to show you how to do this?
Yeah. We'll be here till tomorrow morning if you do this. That's funny, Helsing. That was funny. I will take all your advice except when it comes to social media or anything technology. I'll listen to you on anything but that. So there's a new shirts, guys. They look awesome. Oh man, I'm really struggling here. Trying to blow it up.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
But there's the new. That's on the hoodie and the t-shirt as well. And again, once we get a good feel for sales and sizes, I think Greg and Amy and everybody, they'll mix up maybe some colors and stuff like that as well. But that's a hand-drawn design. The guy's out of Florida. I mean, it's legit. It's an awesome design. It's a cool shirt hoodie. Yeah. So really, really proud of that. So
and it's good quality material in the hoodies too. I mean, they last a while, and that means a lot. I buy one.
Yep. So I know we're going to try. Is there 20? How many Badger State hooks is there this year, Greg? 20.
26, 28. I think it's 28.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but I know we're going to try to at least hit half of them with the trailer.
We're going to have busy weeks talking about 3 or 4 in a week, these couple of these times. Yeah,
it's going to get nuts.
A lot of video, which I think everybody likes the videos of the winners.
Yeah, no, video's really taken over, and I think everybody understands that now. And, if you're a puller or you're a spectator and you post a video on your personal timeline, just tag, use the @ symbol, and then just put Badger State Tractor Pullers. That sends our Facebook page a notification. Then we can share it around so more people can see it. And it's always fun to tag the pullers in there as well. A lot of the video guys that go to the polls are doing a really good job with that. I saw some, is it Jonah Hill? I think that Hill Productions, he must have been in Baraboo, was tagging some pulling teams. So I saw a lot of good stuff out there as well from Saturday night in Baraboo. So, well, on behalf of the Down and Dirty crew, we're thanking John, Stranley, and Chris, and Ross, hoping she continues to kick cancer in the ass. She's at UW right now. And who was all on the mic up there for you Saturday night?
Chris did most of it, I think.
Okay. Yep. I wasn't sure if John was able to get out of the hospital or not. So
no. And everybody watching this, please pray for Kristen.
Yep. Please.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all we can say. That's all I want to say. So, Okay, Mr. Elsing, thank you for everything that you do. We'll probably have so the Monday night shows, guys, now moving forward, this is our first season doing this with Badger State. The Monday night show is basically going to be a event recap of the following weekend. Greg's going to bring some pullers on, and then we'll obviously have some promoters for the upcoming pulls that week as well. During the season, and the off season is really going to be dedicated to Greg and John's vision, these shop tours, different things like that. But we get super busy in the summer, and tonight just really wanted to hammer on Pulling for Hope again. Shout out to the Calcutta that raised so much money. That's amazing that the people do it, and then they win, and then they give it back, Greg. They're doing it for the right reason. That's awesome.
The people, they want to donate to Children's Hospital, do it through us because they know it's like we said, 100% of it goes there and more.
Yep.
And I really want to invite all the people that bought our banquet to see how it goes. It's kind of my next step in this.
Yep.
The next year that I want to get these people invited to see at our banquet because it's a big deal. And Chris Feller last year donating them tickets for the Bucks game, and he's there, and he's told us I'll match whatever they bring. I'll match. Well, Robbie Lemke and Jason Round got to bidding, and it went up to $13,600 or something like that. And then Chris matched it, like you said. He followed through. He's a great supporter of our club.
Yeah, there's different zip codes when you want to get into bidding wars, and when you say Jason Round and Robbie Lemke and Chris Feller, I don't want to be anywhere near that because I'd have to get a second mortgage on my house to pay for that one. So,
well, maybe my son Avery was bidding up a tractor, and he went to he got the $10,000. He thought on one of them. He's one of the kids that bid these guys up, and I said, you know, you're going to have to pay for this, maybe.
Well, the Elcine Family Farms coming through. So.
Yep, and Tom Holtz got him off the hook. So.
Whew. Yeah.
It's all good. So.
Yeah, it always makes your blood pressure rise up a little bit there. So.
But it's fun, you know, and it's fun to see these young guys getting in there and getting involved in it too. That's what we need. Yep.
So, well, the Badger State season's underway. Macville, Wisconsin, this Friday, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Friday, 6 p.m. Saturday, MacvilleNationals.com. It's a great event. If you're up in that area, go check it out. It's worth the drive. Plenty of hotels to stay at up there in that Fox River Valley, and plenty to do during the day as well. Like if you want to take the whole family up there, and I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Appleton, Green Bay. Go up to check out Lambeau Field, different things like that.
Right, and if you're at the pull and you have a side by side, you can ride. They have their roads. Some of the roads are open from the pull to go to different areas.
Okay, cool.
Pretty cool too.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have Roger on in about 45 minutes on Let's Grow Pulling too. So for those of you that want to check that out as well. So,
all right,
cool. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next Monday at 7 o'clock. Have a good night.
Yep. Bye.